Madison Taylor, a 14-year-old African-American girl, steps into Bella's boutique to buy a birthday gift for her mother, Michelle Taylor. Madison has been saving every penny for months, working odd jobs, and putting aside her earnings. It's all for one special gift, a beautiful birthday dress for her mother, who is turning 40. Michelle has worked tirelessly for years to build a fashion empire from scratch, and Madison wants to show her appreciation by giving her something special. Madison walks around the store, feeling both excited and nervous. She knows exactly what she wants, a stunning emerald green dress that will make her mother feel like royalty on her special day. She spent hours searching online and picked out the perfect piece. Surrounded by luxurious items in the store, Madison can't help but feel like she's living her dream. What Madison doesn't know is that her presence in the store will soon be met with prejudice by someone who is supposed to help her. Karen Stevens, the store manager, immediately becomes suspicious when she sees Madison, a young black girl, walking into the boutique alone. Without even speaking to her, Karen begins to closely observe Madison, following her around the store. Undeterred by Karen's watchful eye, Madison continues browsing through the dresses. She knows exactly what she wants. As she picks up the beautiful emerald green dress and examines the price tag, she feels a twinge of doubt. Will she have enough money? She has been saving for months, and this dress is a bit more expensive than she expected, but she has enough. The price tag reads $400, and she has $450 enough for the dress and maybe a nice gift box for her mother. Madison approaches the counter, smiling politely, and says, "Excuse me, I'd like to try on this dress, please." Karen, who has been watching her every move, suddenly snaps, "That dress is $400. I don't think it's something you can afford." Madison's heart sinks, but she remains calm and replies, "I have the money." Karen looks at the money Madison shows her with disbelief and asks, "Where did you get that money?" "From my savings," Madison replies, but Karen doesn't believe her. "No one your age has that kind of money," she sneers. Madison tries again, offering to show her the bank envelope with her savings, but Karen isn't having it. Instead, she insists that Madison leave the store, accusing her of trying to steal the dress. Madison is stunned, her mind racing. She hasn't done anything wrong. She has the money, she has worked hard for it, and yet here she is, being accused of something she didn't do. Her hands tremble as she asks, "Can I speak to your manager?" Karen just laughs, dismissing her request. "I am the manager," she says arrogantly. "Now, leave the store before I call security." Madison, determined to stay calm, replies, "I want to speak to someone higher than you, someone who will listen." Karen's face flushes with anger. She tells Madison to leave immediately, or she'll call the police. Madison, refusing to back down, says, "You can call the police, but I'm not leaving." Karen makes the call, and Madison stands her ground, trying to hold back her tears. She knows she's done nothing wrong, but still, she's being treated like a criminal. Meanwhile, Michelle Taylor, Madison's mother, is in the middle of an important meeting at the corporate headquarters of Prestige Fashion Group. She has no idea what's happening at Bella's boutique, but then, she receives an urgent message from her assistant, Patricia, telling her that something has happened with Madison. Michelle's heart drops as she sees the 17 missed calls and 12 messages from Madison. "Mom, they're saying I stole something, but I didn't. Please help me," the last message reads. Michelle's blood runs cold. Without saying another word, she excuses herself from the meeting and rushes out. Her mind races as she tries to make sense of what's happening. Madison, her sweet, hard-working daughter, accused of stealing. It doesn't make sense. Michelle drives to the boutique, her mind focused on getting there as quickly as possible. When she arrives, she sees the crowd outside, and her heart sinks. People are taking videos, whispering, and pointing. Inside the store, Karen has already called the police, but things are about to take a turn. Madison isn't just a victim, here she's the daughter of the CEO of Prestige Fashion Group. As Michelle walks in, the room falls silent. She's a powerful woman, known for her strength and grace, but seeing her daughter in cuffs breaks her heart. She approaches Madison, and with a calm yet determined voice, she says, "Get the cuffs off her now." The officer hesitates, but Michelle's presence is undeniable. She isn't going to let her daughter be treated like this. As the officer removes the cuffs, Michelle turns to Karen. "You'll be hearing from my lawyer," she says coldly. Karen's face drains of color as she realizes who Madison's mother is. Michelle isn't just a regular customer. She's the CEO of the company that owns Bella's boutique. Michelle, still composed, says, "If you don't fix this immediately, it's not just your job on the line, it's your reputation and the future of your business." Karen's eyes widen as she realizes the gravity of the situation. Karen calls the police, and Michelle starts talking to the officers. She explains that Madison is innocent and needs to be released immediately. Michelle tells the police, "My daughter was wrongfully accused, and she deserves to be treated with respect. She's done nothing wrong." The police officer begins to question Karen's version of the story. "You're saying this girl was stealing, but do you have any physical evidence? Did you find stolen goods on her?" The officer asks Karen. Karen looks nervous, as there's no evidence to support her claims. Madison's innocence becomes clearer. Michelle, her voice steady, says, "Madison has every right to be here. She's worked hard for that money, and no one, especially not Karen Stevens, has the right to treat her like this." The officer begins to understand that Madison was wrongfully detained and decides to release her. Michelle, now focused on getting Madison out of this traumatic situation, immediately arranges for her daughter to receive psychological support. Michelle isn't just fighting for Madison's physical freedom. She's determined to make sure her daughter is emotionally supported as well. The incident quickly spreads through the media. Michelle, as the CEO of Prestige Fashion Group, makes a public statement. She announces that the company will implement mandatory anti-bias training for all its employees and that new policies will be in place to ensure no one will be treated like Madison again. Michelle also announces the creation of the Madison Taylor Foundation, a $10 million scholarship fund to help young people who face discrimination due to their race, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. The foundation will provide educational opportunities and mentorship for those who have been overlooked or mistreated by society. Madison and Michelle work together to ensure that this incident leads to a larger movement for change. They want to make sure this situation is not just about them but about making a difference for everyone who faces injustice. Michelle says, "This is just the beginning. Fighting discrimination is not just one person's job, it's everyone's responsibility." She takes action to create a better future for young people who face similar struggles. Bella's boutique reopens after implementing new policies and anti-bias training. Michelle and Madison cut the ribbon together at the grand reopening. People from all walks of life, including community leaders and civil rights activists, are there to support the change. Karen Stevens pays the price for her actions and is no longer working in the retail industry. Michelle's firm stance on not tolerating discrimination sends a powerful message to the world. Michelle looks at Madison with pride. "Today, you showed the world what it means to stand up for yourself and for others," she says. Madison, who's grown stronger from the ordeal, smiles, knowing she's made a difference. Michelle and Madison celebrate the progress they've made. Michelle expresses her love and admiration for her daughter, who has grown stronger through the experience. Michelle raises a glass to Madison, saying, "To Madison, who taught me that no matter the obstacles, love, respect, and justice will always prevail." The room erupts in applause as Madison smiles, knowing her story has sparked a movement that will change the lives of many.